Hi everybody. My friend William and I had the opportunity to interview a gym teacher in order to enlarge our knowledge about this job. So, in this interview, we asked many questions to this gym teacher about many different subjects like motivation at work, how does he manage his stress, about challenge perspective, professional challenge, balance between social, professional, and personal life, and two other subjects. So this interview was made for an English class, and it's include many different type of question, like yes/no question and long development question, to make sure that we really understand what this job is about and if this job still interests us for our future.
What is your motivation each day to go to work?
I think what motivates me is just the fact that I like my job, going to see the students and knowing that they're happy to see me and being able to teach them things.
Okay. What are the principal aspects of your life that made you want to go to become a physical education teacher?
Well, since I was a teenager, I've been coaching a lot of sports. So all my jobs were teaching sports. So it was like a given to go into physical education, and I liked playing every sport. So it's an opportunity to teach it to other people.
Do you think that your job stresses you more than it should?
No, it doesn't stress me a lot. I'm not someone who's very stressed. So I think you have to be very patient and know that sometimes being an elementary phys ed teacher, things are going to happen. But no, it doesn't stress me too much.
How do you manage your stress at work?
Well, at work, just like I was saying, I'm not that stressed, but the fact that I can play sports with the students, that I talk with the fact that I can talk with other teachers when anything happens, I think that helps me control the stress.
Why do you think a great relationship with your workmates is important?
Well, that's one of the things about the stress, like I just said, but also because we teach the same students, so it's important to get along so you can work with them to help the students, and also just to have a better day, to be able at lunch when you have time off to talk with others and have good conversations.
What are the general tasks that a physical education teacher has to do?
Well, as a teacher, when I'm with the students, I have to make sure to have planned the lesson. I have to teach, show them the drills, help them, give them corrections. I have to make sure I evaluate them correctly, so I have to get an evaluation corrected. But then there's also other tasks in the school that every teacher has to do, like you're on duty sometimes at recess, you have to go at the buses and help out. So, and help make sure you're in the hallways, sometimes bringing your class back and forth when they get changed before class.
Where are you positioning yourself in your career advancement?
As a career advancement, I think I'm probably going to stay as a phys ed teacher for a few years and possibly try to become a principal. So go back to school to do a few classes to become a principal and possibly do that.
What are your best and worst experience as a physical education teacher?
I think my best one would be just when I went back a second year at the same school. I wasn't supposed to be, and when they announced that I was back on the first day, all the students applauded and everyone got up. So that was really fun. And in the same way, I think the worst one is just learning that you're not going back and you have to change school every year, mostly. So I think that's the hardest part of the job.
What are the skills that a physical education teacher needs?
Well, for sure, because you're teaching physical education, you need to be good in most sports and know the technique. You need to be very patient, and I think you have to be good at demonstrating all the sports. Not just be good in the sport, but be able to demonstrate it and put it in an easier way, especially that I'm at an elementary school.
Sometimes, do you feel like other teachers consider you less important than the other teachers because you are a physical education teacher?
It's hard to say. I've heard a lot of jokes about it. Some teachers that were my friends saying that we're just playing with balls and just throwing balloons everywhere. But it was usually made in a fun way, so it's hard to say if they really think it. And most of the teachers that said that usually tell me after that they would never do my job because it's different. There's so much more noise in the gym than there is in a classroom.
How much did you have to study to become a physical education teacher?
Like any teacher, to become a phys ed teacher, you have to do 4 years at university after doing your CJEP.
Okay. Do you think that you have enough free time with your job?
Yeah, I think I don't think we work too much in our day. I think it's just right to have the time to plan. For sure, being a physical education teacher, we don't have to plan as much as other teachers that teach every subject, but that's why I give more time after school doing practices. But I can't complain because the day finishes at 2:30, so I have time after to get everything ready. Even if I start early, I can leave at 4 and I've had time to plan everything.
Okay. Which sports do you practice?
I practice mostly racket sports, so I play a lot of tennis. I play these days a lot of squash, table tennis, badminton, and I've also liked earlier in my life playing soccer and volleyball.
How many years would you like to work as a physical education teacher?
I'm not sure how many years still, maybe from 5 to 10 years,
Okay.
hopefully. It could be a little longer, but to become a principal I need to work a few more years before.
Are you able to control your stress at work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about quitting your job?
Not seriously. Sometimes I tell myself, but
Okay.
not seriously.
Do you think you will keep the same job until the end of your career?
No, I don't think so.
So finally, the interview with Patrick was very interesting and instructive. We learned a lot about the work of physical education teacher and all the skills required to make this job. This ambitious man shared his job with passion and confirmed our choice to become a physical education teacher.